Well, good morning. Things are going pretty well. Um, my diet's pretty well so far. I went down to 168. So, yeah, I passed my 90 day. I signed the paperwork saying I passed the 90 days. So I'm pretty psyched about that. Um, I've gotten a lot faster. And yeah, um, pretty much I've gotten faster because I've the load feature, there's what you call a load feature. And on the load feature on the scanner, you hit escape and you hit L, it'll go into a load. Then you just scan the label and it'll come up and it'll say zone 5. You don't have to worry about the zones. Just look at the sequence number that's underneath. It's a sequence number and it'll be a number. You just can write down that number on the label. Go to the next package, scan it. And then when you're on the truck, just put your high numbers in first, your low numbers in last by order. Naturally, it's going to be in the proper zone anyways. So what that does is it tells you the lowest number is going to be next. So the spurs, I do it with my spurs too. I click, put the sequence number on the label, and then I order them in the tray. We have real sturdy plastic ones, but if I don't have that at this office, I'll take two DPS trays, put them together, and that's stiff enough, and then I will put them in order, and then you have the number. So then when you're out delivering, then pretty much all you're doing is you're looking at the lowest number, and you can see what's next. It makes it really quick. Plus, it makes it really fast on loading. So you can just scan them all, put the sequence number on the label while you're in the office. Well, it's in the hamper. And then when you go to the truck, you're literally just putting them in the truck really quick. You're not having to really, read and study and think. You're just putting a number in, highest in, last, because the highest is going to be the last, and it's going to be to the case, to your route. I mean, Amazon Sundays, I don't do it that way. In my office, it's small, so they don't have the feature where the scanner's telling you where to go. So I don't do it that way because I'll be doing like 4 routes, and pretty much on that day, I'm just going down straight line streets. And so, but when I'm doing a route, I'm doing this because then when I'm on the route, I can hit escape and hit P, package look ahead, and the list of packages that have a green check mark are the ones that you loaded. And then it's going to tell you what your next package is. So it's quick. It makes it really fast. So your office time, you're going to be quicker hitting the street. Absolutely. Hands down. The quicker you're on the street, the better. Because I was spending a little too much time in the office organizing these packages and getting out as late as 10. And yesterday, I got out. It was 8:30 in the morning. I was out on the street already. 8:30, literally, overnight. It's like an hour and a half faster getting out on the street. Everything cased, everything set. Literally. So it's just, I take my real thin spurs and I'll put them in the case. But if they're not thin, I put them in a tray because I don't want to have my flats all soap barish, kind of where it's slipping and sliding on my arm, so I don't put round circular stuff in the flats. It's kind of annoying. So it makes it where your truck's organized and really fast. Just put the sequence number on the label, and then you can see what the sequence number is, and you can bring everything forward as you go. You can then look and see your number, and you know what I mean? Everything, as you start the loop, you'll know which packages are next, and you didn't really spend any time having to set up your truck that way. So super fast. That was one major thing that made me faster. Secondly, delivering the packages to the loop. As if I can carry the spurs, I definitely do. And if I only have one box, I'll carry it. Merging your packages in to deliver with the mail as best as you can per loop. That is huge. And if I can get as many loops off of a single park point as I can, that really helps. If I know I can get 3 loops done off this park point, I will do it, and it's going to be better. That, hands down, I used to dump the packages and then go do the mail, and now I only dump packages when I have to, when I can't carry them. If I can't carry them, I do it after. And if I do miss something, I make sure that I'm correcting it when I'm naturally going to go past there anyways. So I'm not backtracking. Okay, I'm going back to the office. I'm going to pass that point when I go back to the office anyways. I'll correct it then. So then you're not doing the same work twice. And then you're going to do it more efficiently. And then getting as many loops off of a good park point. A good park point is one that you can get in easily and out easily and quickly. So sometimes I can cover a whole zone on one park point, and I can carry the whole zone with me on my satchel and knock the whole thing out walking it. And it's a lot faster. So you're talking, I used to be really happy when I'm getting done at 6, and now I'm getting done at 4, literally, because I'm doing better at getting on the street faster because, using the load feature and the sequence number. There might be a couple packages that says package unknown, but it's only going to be a couple. It's not a big deal, or a few, the mass majority. And now what you want to do is you want to wait till the package people are done scanning the packages before you get the packages. Because if you do it too soon, then the information doesn't get sent down. So then what you do is you case all your mail, take care of everything else, and then once they're done, then and then you can scan it. Just put the number on the box, on the label, knock them all out, and boom. Literally just putting the packages in the truck really fast, just by the number, highest in first, lowest in last. It's that simple. It's a lot quicker. I sneak my RSS into my flats. I do that. Try not to get caught because the 2 bundled system is huge. It's just, if you can have the mail ready by the time you get to the mailbox, it's quick. So you want to have the mail ready and fingered in your hand, ready to drop in the box by the time you get there. So if you have 2 bundles, it's easy to do that. With 3, you can, but it's more difficult. I mean, you might, you're wasting time if you're sitting at a mailbox, right? Well, if you have the mail ready by the time you get there, you don't even have to stop. So a 2 bundled system, your big's in your left, your small in the hand, click, click. Shortest direction from box to box. not having to stop at the box, you're going to blow right through the whole area. You know what I mean? And you're going to be pretty quick. And I think that's like the major part about being faster is having the mail ready for the mailbox by the time you get there. That in and of itself is going to make you faster. And yeah, your load time and you're having those sequence numbers on the label, it's brain free. And then when you're walking back to your truck, your package look ahead and you can see what your next package is going to be. So therefore, you don't have to think too much about it. You're going to be accurate. You're going to merge it in with your mail as best as you can. And then you're spending less time parking. You're spending less time starting and stopping and taking the key and curbing. And you're just flowing right through the route. So carrying more, driving less, you're going to do it more efficiently. You're going to make less mistakes, and you're going to become like I did. I mean, I'm getting all the routes now done by 4 o'clock. And I had a lot of packages the other day, and I had a long route, and I got it done. It's because of how I'm merging the packages in with the mail. Absolutely. You learn from experience this job, and you learn your mistakes. And then from that experience, you get better. So as you try, you get better, and you learn from your mistakes. And I've learned what I thought was efficient wasn't efficient. Trying to work the packages in with the mail, absolutely. Sometimes it's a little awkward. I'm carrying like 2 boxes, but I know it's worth it because I know I don't have any more boxes for this street. So then I'm not going to have to drive over there. So I'm always going forward. So I know it's worth it. And because I'm going to save time doing that. So it's made a world of difference for me. It's made me feel more confident that I know that I can do the job. So you just keep trying and merging it in with the mail as best as you can. And that load feature does work. That sequence number, putting it on the package and then on the spur label, then everything's ordered. So even if the truck would be all shuffled up, it doesn't matter. You have the sequence number on the label. You're just going to go for the lowest number. So it's quicker. You're not playing hide and seek. You're going to save a lot of time. And it's made a world of difference. So definitely, if you can do more loops, do more loops. Yesterday, I had a section that had a street back like this, and then another one that went down like this, and then down like this, and then back, and then back, and then back. On this one park point, I did that whole zone. And I started from that park point, and I basically ended at that park point. And that was like 5 loops that I did off that one single park point. Carried it all with me. So you can see where you're saving time. That's why my least favorite loops are the ones that are dismounts. Now, when you dismount, if you have a handful of letters, finger the mail by the time you get back into the truck, and then go to the next. Then you're ready. Just like a mailbox to mailbox. But it's more time consuming. Because you're stopping the vehicle, you're unbuckling, you're locking, and you're curbing, so that takes time. See, even if there's distance between houses, it's actually probably faster just to walk it. I mean, because you don't have to do all that. You can just walk down the street and boom. Sometimes it's harder to finger the mail by the time if the houses are so close together. and you can get to the box so fast. Okay, I mean, that makes sense. But if the houses have a little bit more distance, then it's definitely easier to finger the mail by the time you get to the mailbox. So, absolutely. When it comes to, I guess, when it comes to bidding on a route, I'm not an expert, but 2 years you're going to become converted no matter what, which is pretty good, which is pretty cool. I'm not going to just try to bid on a route to try to get a route. I'm going to look and see. I'm definitely not going to try to own a route that's a dismount route. Box on post routes are pretty sweet, but if you're in a bad weather situation, you have a pain in the ass situation where you got ice. So I'm not going to just like try to get a route as fast as possible. I want to get a walking route. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be patient and bide my time. And then I guess that's when what you have to think about too is like how small of a shop you're in. Because I'm in a small shop. A lot of young people own routes in my small shop. And there are a lot of people that have more seniority than me in my small shop. So probably going to be a long time for me to be able to try to get a route because I have, I think, 1, 2, 3 people that have probably more than 2 years of seniority over me that are good at their job. And one of them is a T6, I think. The guy that can do every route that fills in for breaks and stuff. Yeah, they don't own routes. And sometimes they're not even on a route on a day. So obviously, me being so new to the job, and I think there might be one person that's going to retire. So you can, and a lot of young people having routes. So, yeah, I mean, there's not that many routes in the shop. There's only like 12 routes. So, I mean, it's pretty bleak in that regard. Can be literally a decade before a route opens up. I mean, literally, because I mean, obviously, the people that are have more seniority than me are going to get the route. So that's 3 people, and there's probably only one person going to retire within the next couple of years, perhaps. So I mean, literally, it could be 10 years before I get even a shot. So I guess that's another thing to do is to think about what shop you want to accept a position in. You want to get into a flagship shop, like a shop that's big, that covers a lot of routes, like a ton of routes. A shop that hires a lot, a shop that has a lot of people that are retiring all the time and calling out sick all the time and quitting all the time, and therefore your seniority goes up and there's a lot of mail to do, and then your odds of getting a route are probably a lot better because there's more routes and there's more people. So then that's something to think about when accepting a post office job is look at the office, do some research. How small is the town? How big is the town? The more work, the more people they need, then probably the better bet for you to be able to advance in seniority, and the better bet to be able to get a hold of a route. So that's something to think about. There's pros and cons to being in a big route, big shop, and there's pros and cons to being in a small one. If you're in a small shop and you get along with everybody, that's a good spot. I'm in that situation. I get along with my coworkers, but if you're in a small shop and you can't stand your coworkers, then pretty much that can suck. My shop that I'm in is pretty laid back. People are pretty cool. Even the ones that are quirky, they're cool. But yeah, so something to think about. But definitely that package look ahead, putting the sequence number on the package label really accelerates your load time to be so much faster. It really makes it kind of brain free, not thinking about it. Just put the highest number in first. It'll naturally go into the zone it's supposed to because it's in order, and it's going to be in order to the case and to the route. So you don't have to think about it. Then when you're putting the spurs in your bag, it's in order. So much faster. I did a pretty long route the other day with a lot of packages. I had no problems. It's so much faster. Overnight, you're talking 2 hours faster getting routes done now. I'm not needing to be helped at all anymore. Then you feel better. You're going to be better. And you're going to be more accurate. And then you're not backtracking for freaking packages. So it's good. Yeah. It's good to be physically active. Walking routes are better. And even if you're not used to walking, you're going to be sore, your body's going to get better. Your body will get used to it. And then you'll get like the proper, footwear. You take care of your body, you eat well, you hydrate. Your body's going to get better. You're going to get used to it. And then you're going to like doing the walking routes better. Because I think actually walking's healthier than dismounting out of a vehicle all the time, getting in and out of a freaking seat all the time. It's a pain in the ass. You just walk the route. It's just so much better. You feel better flowing through a residential than, I've done plaza businesses. They're not difficult, but they're a little bit cumbersome. And it just feels really good to flow right through a residential street because you're moving forward all the time and you're just boom, boom. It makes you feel like it makes you feel faster. Even if you're not faster, you're going to feel faster. It's just going to feel smoother. It's a smoother experience when delivering the mail through a residential street. So I like those residential streets, ones with well-marked post office boxes. That's a situation where the people can help the mail get to them more accurately and faster is if they mark their mailbox and put their mailbox in a position where it can be easily viewed. Then the mailman's going to be more accurate. He's going to see it. He's going to get there quicker. And then you're going to get your mail faster. Sometimes I'm on a route I don't know much on, and I have to circle the house, and so I can't see the mailbox. It takes time. Sometimes there's many different mailboxes on a house, and there's not names on the mailboxes. So naturally, I have the right address, but I don't have the names to the boxes. So I don't know whose box belongs to which individual at this address. So it takes longer. And then maybe I make a mistake. So the people can help the mailman become more accurate by marking their mailbox. Mark your mailbox. Then when I'm delivering a package, I can easily, okay, here's 34 Chester. I can see the number on the house. Awesome. Because it slows people down when they're like, where's the number on the house? Oh, I don't see it. Is that 34? So when they can easily see the number to the house, they can, it's right there. They can be more accurate. So the resident can help the mailman be faster by marking the mailbox. then it's easy. Click. I see it right there. Boom. I see the name right there. Awesome. Boom. I've got it in there. I don't have to look and study and spend time looking at what mailbox belongs to who because it's marked. You know what I mean? Mark your mailboxes, man. Mark your mailboxes. Also, if you can have a mailbox that's set up to be a box on post, right there, that's going to be faster because the mailman's going to be able to deliver your mail so much quicker if it's a box on post. Because sometimes I'm on a street that's a country-ish type of street, and it's a driving dismount. But then I noticed that every house could easily have a mailbox at the side of the street rather than make it a dismount situation, especially when they have a mailbox that's on a post anyways. You know, if you just have it on the side of the street, then you're going to get it quicker. So the residents can set up their mailboxes in ways to make it better for the mailman. Then the mailman's going to be faster and more efficient and more accurate. So simplifying the mail is going to make the mail quicker and more accurate. Complicating it is only going to make it more error prone and slower. Simplifying things. It's just, that's the better way to do it. 2 bundles. It's simple. 2 bundles. Better than 3 because it's simple. You're going to be more accurate with 2 bundles. It's easier. It's quicker. It's more accurate. It's the way to go. It's a scientific method, right? You want it in a more economical way to do something. Less complicated. Simplified. Then it's going to be more accurate. It's less complex. Because the purest form of the job of the mail is taking something and putting in a box. So you want to keep it as pure as possible from taking something and putting it in a box. The more you complicate it, the more things can go wrong. So 2 bundles is a more simple method. Having something that's big, having something that's small. It's an order by a machine, cool. Then it gets fingered quicker and more accurate. It's that simple. So I read a little bit of that article about the politician talking about overhauling the post office. Well, overhaul it by making it more simple and more streamlined, and then you're going to make it faster. You're not going to make it faster by complicating it with a bunch of technology and a bunch of paperwork. You're not going to make it better that way. You're just going to complicate it, and you're going to make it worse. So keep it simple, easy. The package look ahead, the sequence number, that kind of technology is good because it actually keeps it pretty simple. You just have a number. You put it in a truck, easy. And then it's all in order. You're simplifying the job. You're not complicating it with a bunch of stuff. Because the post office also has things that you have to do. You have to do a scan. You have to, hit the hot case. You got to scan it. You got to scan depart to route. If you're doing pieces, you have to fill out the auxiliary control sheet. Begin travel time, end travel time, begin delivery time, end delivery time, begin travel back to office time. All this paperwork. Oh, something's wrong with the truck. Oh, there's another form you got to fill out. All this extra stuff. Oh, you have to scan back to office. You have to put in the odometer reading. Get lost in all the details of all this stuff you gotta do. It's just keep it simple. That's if I was the person in control, that's what I would do, is find the simplest way to do the job, because doing it simpler would make it more accurate as well, therefore making the experience better for the customer and making the experience better for the mail carrier. It works both ways. Because if the mail carrier is having a better experience, the customer is. So that's how I've become faster, is getting better at merging the packages in with delivering the mail and carrying more loops and doing more loops off a Park Point. It's made a world of difference. And I'm no longer in crisis mode anymore, and I'm not running around acting like, and I'm just, smoothly doing the mail now. Doing a lot better. And so I feel better about my job because I'm doing better. And I passed the 90-day evaluation period, which I did by not arguing, doing what I'm told, putting in good effort, keeping a positive mental attitude, not talking back, and showing up every day, not calling out sick. I guess, it can depend on what shop you end at. I've worked a few different helping out, different supervisors, different micromanagement tendencies. Some are more laid back, some aren't. So I guess you could end up in a shop that's filled with a bunch of dicks too, and have a different experience. I know in my shop, it's pretty good. The boss is funny, but he's not bad. And so I got into a good situation outside of the mileage. The people there are pretty cool, so I feel pretty lucky. I've definitely helped out at an office where the postmaster there, first day at the office, don't know anything about the area. I completed the route the first day by 6, the second day by 4:15. No, 4:30, I think it was. No, I think it was 4:15. Doesn't matter. But I was literally 2 hours faster the next day. And he's, like, oh, you need to improve, Don't know nothing about the area, man. Got better by 2 hours overnight. But then that day, the third day, I got it done by 3:30. So, but yeah, I mean, obviously, you got some supervisors that'll be like that. The shop that I'm at isn't necessarily like that. So, I don't know what to tell you about that. Just in one ear, out the other. You know what I mean? Don't argue. Don't argue. Just say, yep, doing it safely, doing the best I can. Pretty much. Working safe, doing best. I'll continue to improve, sir. And that's all you got to say. I'll continue to improve. So other than that, that's pretty much show up every day. Don't call out all the time. Probably, I mean, I guess that could be the recipe for any job. Just show up every day, show up. So other than that, I hope that you guys have a good day, and thank you.